Hello, beautiful people. I decided to do a get ready with me. I'm not going to say tutorial because I'm not going to talk throughout this whole thing about the makeup, that is. But I'm getting ready to go to a murder mystery in Atlanta. Super excited. That's why I want to go on for a date. For the primer, you'll see me using the Domestic Myrix Transparent Balm. Love this. I feel like this is my second or third one, so this is a staple in my routine. And then for the foundation, we have our our bestie Estee Lauder double wear. Won't go anywhere, and it looks really great in pictures. So, I'm gonna go with it. And then that was just like a hydrating mist spray. So when you have oily skin, please make sure you hydrate your skin. So okay, about this murder mystery, I'm so excited. So I went on to Groupon, and this video is not sponsored by Groupon, but hey, Groupon. So I went on Groupon and I found this cool little deal for a murder mystery date. I don't know if any of y'all been on a murder mystery date, but pretty much it's a dinner. They have 3 courses and a murder happens and you have to figure out who did it, right? So I love going on Groupon and finding different deals. So I found this deal on here, and let me tell you how much it costs. Because what I'm withholding information for, right? We want to know, just in case you may want to go. Each person was $67.99, and then I did leave like a digital gratuity. So by the time that it ended, I already left the gratuity, so I didn't have to worry about having any cash. And the murder mystery was put on by the dinner detective, and it was a 3-hour dinner, you guys. I didn't feel like it was 3 hours, but the people to my left and my right said it felt like it was 3 hours. Okay, so you come in, they serve you your drinks, and then somebody comes in screaming, "Oh my gosh, I've been stabbed!" Right? So we all looking around like, what's going on? And then the detectives come in and they start to put on their little presentation. And so you like listening to the clues, and then you have to get up and talk to people. If you are introverted or you really trying to test your social skills, this event can really challenge you, and this could be a good thing or a bad thing. It just depends on how you feeling, right? So I'm walking around, I'm like getting, asking people, because they give you this sheet where they have like prompt questions that you can ask other people at your table and other surrounding tables. Oh, that's Charlotte Tilbury right there. I love me some Charlotte Tilbury, okay? Y'all been seeing that setting spray on my channel for years if you have been watching my channel pre-hair, because you remember I started off doing makeup, okay? So on the sheet, they have prompts like, who's your favorite villain and why? When's the last time you lied? So you're just trying to gain information because the killer is in the room with you, right? So I'm asking my table, da 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 da. So then the detectives come in and tell everybody to sit down, and then that's when they serve you your first course, which it was between fish and chicken, and I went with the fish to be that is the Lancome concealer. And I will say, do not put that directly underneath your eye. I know the YouTube girlies have had us all feeling like we had to slather concealer under our eyes, but that is not the case. And once you kind of start getting older, or you start developing fine lines, crow's feet, just things underneath your eyes, as we all do, you do not want all that makeup to settle underneath your eyes. So please put it on the back of your hand, put it on like a little palette. Do not pile up all that concealer directly underneath your eyes, okay? So, all right. So the detectives, they come in, they're giving these, their whole spiel. Then they say, look under your chair for a clue. So I go reach my little hand underneath my chair. Why it was a clue underneath my chair, y'all? I was like, oh, there's a clue. And then, so you had to think of like a nickname, not your real name, for the dinner. And my nickname was Blue Fairy. Y'all know that she was a fairy. What a fatty. So that's why I chose Blue Fairy. So the whole night, everyone called me Blue Fairy. So I get up, I read the clue, I sit back down while my date was like, oh, you on my suspect list. I said, oh, the betrayal, y'all. I felt so betrayed, because they tell you don't trust anybody there, right? So I'm just like, how you not gonna trust me? I'm your date. I came here with you. He was like, nah. How you had a clue underneath your chair? I was like, how can I help that? Oh, back to the video. Laura Mercier. Y'all know I've been rocking with this powder since. One thing I would say with makeup, when you find something that works for you, just stick to it. Like, you don't have to do the most. You don't have to get the newest, latest powder and it's gonna do this. Like, stick to what you know, because when it's time to put on your makeup and go, you know exactly what you're grabbing. You know exactly how it's gonna perform. There's no surprises. Do not try new makeup when it's time for you to do something, okay? So I did not go heavy hand with the powder. You saw me like tap it, brush it on the back of my hand. The reason why some of your makeup looks so cakey and unrealistic in real life is because you do it as if you just gonna be online and nobody gonna see this without the filters and the blur. But in real life, when you cake on makeup, everybody can see it, okay? And it's makeup, you know, people are going to see it, but sometimes you want it to look natural, like enhancement, not an overhaul, okay? All right. So anyway, I got this clue underneath my chair. I read it. So, oh, pause. This is the Makeup by Mario contour stick. You see, I did not slab that onto my face. I'm warming it up on the back of my hand. When it comes to products like that, it's better to warm it up on your hand than to slather, because then you may mess up what you already did, okay? And I'm just tapping it in. So you scan a QR code that's at your table, and then you get to see the clues for that round, or, you know, whatever that act is. It's like 3 acts. So we get the clues, and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, they're giving us this information. You don't know what information means, but you're just trying to say, okay, like our person died from a car crash and they went and visited a mechanic shop. So now we're trying to figure out, like, who's a mechanic in the room. So you going around asking people like, oh, what do you do? Or, you know, or do you fix cars? Like, you think of all the type of, like, all kind of creative questions to try to figure out who killed your person, right? So I'm going around. This is an extrovert heaven, okay? If you are an extrovert, I really think you would like something like this, because you just get to talk. Now, granted, because I like to talk, people did think I was the suspect. I was on quite a few people's lists. Yeah. Again, that is the Hydrating Mist Spray. Do not be fooled. Just because you have oily skin do not mean you do not need to hydrate, okay? And I'm going to push that into my skin. We want beautiful skin, honey. So we keep going through. People at my table just like, is it you, Blue Fairy? Just tell me. I'm just like, no, it is not me, you guys. I did not kill the person. So we finish our first course. Really, it's like 2, but whatever. Oh yeah, we started off with a salad. So you start off with a salad, then you go into your main dish, and then you go into the dessert. So by the time the dessert comes, you're in your 3rd act, and they're giving you more clues. And so you're trying to figure out who did it. Now, that's that Charlotte Tilbury bronzing powder. I've been having this for a while. If you ain't new, then you seen this before, okay? So with this next clue that we received, we found out that the person who died is a singer, and they was ripped off by their managing agency, right? And so he was telling them, if you don't give me my money, I'm going to release the song, and this is going to mess everyone up. And then next thing you know, he goes get his car, like his oil change done, and he get into a car accident, right? So at the end of the invoices, because one of the clues was an invoice, we see a name, right? And that name was Adrian Douglas. And there was somebody at one of the tables named Yo Adrian. And so somebody from my table was like, go see if it's the same spelling. So I went over there and I'm like, excuse me, can I see your name tag? And I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's the same spelling. So then I run back to my table. Oh, pause. Y'all know that is the Jackie Aina palette in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I still have this palette. I still use this palette. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay? Okay. So I run back to my table. Hey, y'all. It's the same spelling. So I was like, wait, let me go back and ask her what her last name is. So I go back and I'm just like, hey, what's your last name? She was like, Douglas. I said, oh my gosh, is this you? And I blow up the clue on my phone. I said, this name says Adrian Douglas. She was like, oh, I can't believe that's my name. I said, yeah, uh-huh. So you killed the person? So now I'm being all like, you the murderer. You it. And she was like, I have no idea. I have no idea. Now she's a white lady, so her face turning all red. I said, you looking real suspicious. Literally, real suspicious, okay? If y'all can't tell by now, I'm getting way into the mystery, okay? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay? Now they do have a prize. The prize, if you figure out the mystery with the most clues, is $100. I wasn't necessarily trying to go for the prize. It would have been cool, but I'm just having fun at this point. I love interactive experiences and activities, so I'm really just enjoying myself. So she then gets into it with the detectives, and the detectives point out that her name is at the bottom of the invoice, along with Big Money. Big Money is the car dealership that the artist went to before he died. And so Big Money introduced himself because they had us all go around and introduce ourselves. And Big Money was just like, oh, I'm here with my cousin, yo, Adrian. So now we have two direct links. We have Big Money, where the artist went to for his car. Then we have Yo Adrian, which turns out to be Adrian Douglas, who signs the invoices, right? So now we all just like, oh, they did it. They did it. But then they get killed. She comes running in. Oh, somebody stabbed me. I'm just like, dang, there go my suspects right there. So we all talking, we all trying to figure out, now darn, who did it? So I watch, Law and Order in the heat of the night, Matlock. I'm like, you know what? It's usually always the spouse. It's usually always the spouse, y'all. So I'm just like, okay, I think the girlfriend did it. Oh, let me pause. This is by Benefits Cosmetics. It's the Mighty Pen, where it has like hair light strokes. I do like this pen, but I can see where some people may not find it in their shade. And I will say that I recently dyed my eyebrows, and that's on my channel. If you want to know, like, learn how to dye your eyebrows, I just do it with the man's beard dye because it's already made for the face. Because who got time to wake up every single day and do their eyebrows? Gotta be a psychopath. Gots to be a psychopath. Okay? JK. So my two suspects did. We trying to figure out what's going on. I'm making up a whole storyline, y'all. I'm like, yeah, it was the girlfriend. She wanted to break up with him, so she hired these people to do it. Now, I wasn't wrong, but I was wrong. Okay? So come to find out, get this. The girlfriend figures out that Yo Adrian Douglas, and Big Money killed her boyfriend because they were skimming him on the money. So then she turns around and kills them. So she didn't actually kill her boyfriend, but she did kill the people who killed him, which, hey, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it, okay? I'm not mad. She had good reason, okay? So, needless to say, I did not win. However, I was somewhere near the money. Okay, I was near the money. But it was a very fun experience. For the dessert, they had this red velvet cake. And, when you have... Oh, let's go to the video. I typically do not put concealer underneath my eyebrows, but I just wanted it to look a little bit more defined. It's not something that I do a lot, but I know it's gonna take some pictures, try to look a little cute for my little datesy. So I did it. When you do this, don't put no stark white light color underneath your eyes, okay? Just use the brightening concealer that you use for your under eyes. That is another myth or misconception that we need to stop doing. It looks good in videos, but in real life, it looks crazy as all get out, okay? I get it. When we're in makeup, but we can make it blend. We can make it look cohesive, okay? Cohesive. Say it with me. Cohesive. All right? Okay. So they had a little red velvet cake. I ain't mad at it because they had real icing. One thing, y'all don't know me like that, but I hate fake icing. That little whipped cream crap, absolutely disgusting. Can't do it. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. So if you have real icing, I'm pretty much okay. Now for the blush, you see I have Pat McGrath. Auntie Pat is still in my collection. I know people have strayed away and everything is their favorite, but if it ain't broke, I'm not about to fix it. It looks good, it's beautiful, it blends well, it gives me that blush look, okay? And then you see how I lean back? Sometimes you gotta lean back, make sure it's all coming together. We have the setting spray, get a good blend in. So anywho, so after dessert, they end up telling you who killed it, who killed who, and then they tell you who got it right. That person gets their little prize. Now, one thing I can say, if you do a murder mystery and you get your tickets off of Groupon, it does come with 2 free shot glasses. I wasn't aware of that because I didn't read the small print, but some people at my table read the small print, okay? So that was really nice, to get the free shot glasses. I don't really do shots like that anymore. My metabolism ain't set up like that, nor is my stomach. Recovery takes a little bit longer once you get out of your 20s, okay? But anywho, it is something that I would recommend to someone else. To finish everything off, we're going in with our one size. Baby, if you know, you're gonna be trying to get that alcohol out of your nose. But you see, I am generous with that spray, okay? Whew, yes. But that's all. I hope you enjoyed my little makeup get ready with me. After we finish everything, then we going in with the mascara. I've been using this mascara for years. I keep replacing it with the same mascara. It ain't broke. I'm not about to fix it because I do have oily eyelids. So if the mascara is not waterproof, it tends to drain all over my eyes. And don't nobody got time for that. Been there, done that. Looked crazy, not going back. So I'll let you enjoy the rest and then we'll come back. I forgot to mention that the murderer in the room, her name was Barbie. That was the name she chose for the mystery date. And the liner that you about to see me use is really by Rare Beauty, and I think it's like their lip stain, and I use that on the perimeter of my lips. But her name was Barbie, and I guess I could really figure that out because every Barbie needs a Ken, and her Ken was killed. Very clever, very clever. Okay, so when you do the murder mystery, look at these people's names. Think to yourself, why did she choose that name? Why did he choose that name? Okay, get the clues together. Go with your notepad, okay? So in the center of my lips, I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty. It's the same lip stain, but it's just in a different color. I'm going in with that light pink color. You guys, my lips are kind of darker in like the center, and so people ask me all the time, you smoke? No, I don't smoke. I've never smoked. 1 year I ran track. I did not wear sunblock. My lips got burnt. My body got burnt. I was burnt. Okay, burnt. Like how everybody burn this chicken and be dry. Burnt. Okay. So anywho, I definitely touch that area up. But very fun experience. Okay, that's all I got. I'll be back. Oh, that's the Dior. Love her glosses. Love it. These are the final results. As you can see, it looks very beautiful, translate well into pictures, no filters by the way, but I wanted to come back and show you this. This is after about 7 hours because the event was 3 hours. It's an hour there, hour back. I got ready 2 hours early, maybe more than 6, okay? It's still makeup, okay? But it looks good. You see my under eye is not filled with concealer. It looks good, y'all. Bye.